I know Mr. Cool reviews are very hit or miss. I know some of them are really good and some are really bad. So I just wanted to come on here and show that we had a really good experience and we still have had one, knock on wood, and I wanted to share that with you and encourage you to do it because we love it. And your free foundation hack is don't buy the mounting pad, don't worry about pouring concrete. You can use pavers. It's been vibration free, it's been stable. If you're fighting with heating and cooling your house and you have one area that's hot while the other is cold, we had that same problem. I'm standing in my basement that we rent out on Airbnb, and we ran into the problem this summer where the upstairs was boiling and the basement was freezing. So we knew we had to do something and we could not remain on the same system altogether. And we even saved $4,500 on the install. And I'm going to show you how. Follow along. And please give me a like, a subscribe if you find value. If you know someone else that's trying to solve this problem, please share it with them. When you're ready to actually step-by-step install this thing, please click on a different video. That's not me. I didn't actually install it. We could have, but we hired someone. And I'm going to tell you how to do that because it's very hard to find someone to actually install it because the professionals will not. They're not going to warranty it. It's not their equipment, etc. But I recommend it. This thing is great. If you're on the fence, I would say do it. The worst case is you return it. The first quote to install one of these things was $7,500. And we went and we bought a Mr. Cool unit from Costco for $1,500 and then paid someone $1,500 to install it. So $3,000 total and saved $4,500. Follow along and I'm going to walk you through all of it and how you can do it too. Again, this is not an installation video. I'm going to touch on a little bit of it. If you want a step-by-step of actually how to install it, there's tons of videos on here. This is our experience. Our basement is 400 square feet. So we use it as a rental apartment, and it was tied to our home's main heating and cooling through. There's the vent that we've closed off, and here is the air intake. It worked okay in the fall, but then once summer came, once it started getting warmer, we could not get the upstairs cool without freezing out the basement. We could only get our second floor to like 78 degrees before the basement was at about 66. So we knew we had to do something. And so, yeah, I put a portable heater down here. And then we also had we have a portable AC upstairs, and it was clunky and it was just not efficient and it was not sustainable. We even have a temperature sensor down here so that we still monitor it, and we were monitoring it to make sure that we were not freezing out anyone. Not only because it's illegal, in Virginia at least you have to maintain this temperature at 68 degrees for a landlord, but also I did not want anyone to be freezing. Yeah, we're not gonna. So yeah, so we were like, okay, I have a friend that she also runs an Airbnb, and she has a mini split heat pump like this. I've stayed in other units, a couple in Europe and Mexico where they all have these. Are very common. Like buildings are older, it's hard to do ductless. It's hard to install ducts, so this is a ductless system. A few calls, we got a quote. They came out $7,500 for one. And I even asked them about, while they were here, maybe it'd be cheaper, they could also do one for my sunroom. Well, that was going to be a total of like $12,000. And so we decided not to do any of that. And then went down the Mr. Cool rabbit hole. And again, I know the reviews are spotty. Like there's some that are so good and some that are so not good. But a couple of the reviews that I saw were like packaging arrived and it was broken and it was in terrible shape, and then also the company was like not responsive and we were just screwed. So my solution to that was to just have it through Amazon, because I know I can return anything through Amazon. Anything. Make sure it's not through a third-party seller, but just through Amazon. Regularly, make sure that when you buy it, it says free returns like anything else. So that was my solution there. And then the other one was like, they were saying that if it breaks, then there's no like Mr. Cool technician. And yeah, that is true. And there's just email support. So, but then I also read someone else and they said, well, it happened, I broke, but then something happened. And then they got a technician out, he assessed it and he diagnosed the problem, documented it, and then the owner of the Mr. Cool system took that documentation and submitted it, and then Mr. Cool fixed it, or they paid for someone to fix it. I don't know. They sent him a new one. That's how it was solved. And so I'm like, okay, it's worth the risk to spend $1,500 and try to do it ourselves and it not work out than to not try and spend $7,500. So if that helps anyone else, and also with the return policy. And so then when it came in, I was like, okay, cool. It didn't come broken, came great. Came on time. Our situation was unique in that it's in the basement wall. This is concrete wall, okay? So, well, it's got studs and drywall, but it's the concrete foundation. And you see outside is that big hole. If you're just installing it in yourself, through your siding, you can do that. We could do this. We were going to, but we didn't want to drill a hole. So here's Mr. Cool. Here's the unit. It's sitting on blocks. Okay, here's the hole. You hear the train? We have a train behind us. So yeah, running the electrical was a huge win. We saved about $2,000 running the electrical line ourselves. It is this thing right here. It runs from the electrical box all the way around the house. And then come over here. It's getting dark, so I'm trying to film this before the sun goes down. And then it is back here connected to, okay, so there's the shut off. But yeah, we saved about $2,000 by running the electrical line ourselves. That was not even part of the quote that the company gave us for $7,500 to install one of those things in our house. Disclaimer, this is not professional advice. This is our experience and how we did it, and how I think you could do it too, the same way we did it. Non-negotiable is having this shut off box. It's an electrical box to shut off, so we're either gonna have someone come run it or we did it ourselves. Luckily my husband had a little bit of experience and ingenuity and he did it. You could learn from YouTube. Disclaimer, this is not professional advice. I'm just letting you know how we did it and how you can do it too. Electrical work is intimidating and expensive when you're hiring a pro, and sometimes it's appropriate. Luckily, we were able to do it ourselves and save about $2,000. These are from Home Depot. These are covers, and yeah, anyone can get them. They're not bad. This is the basement apartment. And here's the heat pump. So it goes through the concrete wall. You can see that. It goes through the wall. That was about like a 10-inch hole, or it's like a 10-inch deep hole. The width around is probably like, I don't know, 6 inches. We were going to drill it ourselves, but we didn't want to. And so we actually tried 3 different people and they wouldn't do it. So we finally found someone. We have a friend who was a contractor and he had some guys that came and did it, and we paid them $1,500. They brought their tools. It did take them like 10 minutes and they alternated 3 guys taking turns with the drill, but they got it through. We really didn't feel comfortable doing it ourselves because I could only find one video on YouTube where the person was explaining how to drill through a concrete wall. If you're going through siding, it shouldn't be a problem. If you're just going through plywood and siding and insulation, it's fine. This was concrete, and so it was a little bit out of our wheelhouse. You can definitely do it through the siding. What I wanted to show you about the pavers is like, look, you see the pavers? Let's see. Like, they are all, okay, here's the pavers, right? It's sitting on pavers. I'm getting eat up by mosquitoes out here. I bought a platform. Actually bought a platform for it, but I returned it because it didn't come in time. The platform didn't come in time for us to install it. So the guys that were here, they put it on the pavers temporarily. And what we found is it's been totally fine. I think they're lying to you. It's just my opinion is, I think these companies, they want you to buy the pre-made foundations. The concrete companies want you to build a concrete patio. They say you need it. We found a couple of pavers in our yard, we reused them, and I was afraid of like vibrations or that it wasn't going to be stable. It's been 100% fine for like a year now. So I'll let you know if it changes, but our experience, it's sitting on pavers and it's fine. So that's my advice for that. Mr. Cool does have some bad reviews and some good reviews. It's really hit or miss. But we took a chance with it. And I'm glad I heard a few different, like through the reviews, people had said that the boxes came damaged. It's like a 5-star or a 1-star. Like if it works, it works perfect. If it doesn't, then it's just like this, it's just always these random stories. But what I did see was that if it does break, then yeah, like they only have email support, Mr. Cool does, and they don't have like real technicians. But and then the real professional technicians are not going to work on it. So what you do is you have to get an assessment essentially, and so you get a professional to tell you what's wrong with it, and they write it up, and then you submit that documentation to Mr. Cool. And then a few people did that, and those people said it was perfect. Like as long as that process was followed, then you're fine. So that gave us a lot of reassurances, just to have, personal experiences. That was good. So my personal experience has been, both boxes came and they were not damaged. We plugged it, we had to go through a concrete wall, which is a little bit of a unique experience. Most people don't have to do that, but that was our pain point. And then we didn't need a base. We were able to just make our own base, and it's been fine. And it's been amazing. Like our electricity has been almost lower. It's been hard to like really track, but at least there's been no impact. The electricity has not increased. And the thing is so powerful, but no, it hasn't, like we had it installed and it turned on and it's worked ever since. And it even has like a dehumidifier function, which is really cool. But no, it hasn't broken. It's been so good. It's got a remote, it's got an app. It's really strong. We actually use it for heat in the summer, and we turned it on. The thing was so strong. So it's been great for us. It's been great for us so far. It was installed in like a couple hours. It works, no problems. It's strong and mighty. Highly recommend it. Can't say enough good things. There was only one video of a guy doing it through the basement, and he was like making it seem like not a big deal, but he did emphasize that there needs to be a slight angle with the hole, like just slight angle, so whatever can drain, there has to be some kind of slight angle. And so with that in mind and the 10 inches of concrete, we just did not know if we could do that angle for a first time. We were going to install it on the wall. I think, and Home Depot even sells the drill bit, and you could rent it, I think, for like $200. And so after 2 people told us no, they would not do it. We were about to, but luckily we got in contact with someone and a crew that was willing to do it, and they were so great. I mean, here's the shot of him drilling the inside. They had it up in a couple hours. It was so fast. So yeah, the key is what you do here is you find the right person, not a big HVAC company. Okay, so it's a little bit of like a grassroots effort, guerrilla style, but that's what we did, and that was my experience, and that's all I can share. That's my truth. And your free foundation hack is don't buy the mounting pad. Don't worry about pouring concrete. You can use Pavers. It's been vibration free. It's been stable. The guys that installed it, they were like, yeah, this is fine. They were not worried at all. But so it solves our heating and cooling situation. Right now, we have the vent closed off with, I think, this like magnetic strip. And so that's not ideal. Like, I know that the HVAC guys are probably going to yell at me because I know you're not supposed to close vents, because the vents are, relative. The number of vents are part of the HVAC system and how powerful it is for your house. And if you close a duct or two, it messes up the pressure and it can like break your system. I realize that. We also are like, we're kind of just like, well, we don't know right now. We don't have a better solution. And so we're just going to hope for the best. And if it does break, then we'll do a few more of these guys in every room, or however many rooms it takes. But this thing is so powerful. Like, it's great for any space that is, if you're renting it out, if it's just a separate space that doesn't have its own heating and cooling ducts, like, it's so nice. It's so powerful. But yeah, it solved this problem 100%. It can keep it at any temperature you want all year long. So here's the remote control. It's super cool, and it has an app. And so here, it's actually not on, but I'm gonna look at it. It's got this cool little light, and you see the Wi-Fi little symbol. It comes down. Look at that. And then the air is blowing, and it's just like so cool. And you can see it says 73 on there, 73 on the unit. It's just, I love it. I love this thing. It's quiet. You don't hear if you hear any background noise at all, it's the dehumidifier, because while this thing does have a dehumidifier function. We read that you can only leave it on for like an hour. So it'd be good if you don't need it all year long, but we do have to run this dehumidifier 24/7 in the basement during the summer. So that would be cool if it had a built-in dehumidifier 24/7. But it's cost effective, it's cute. There's no way we could have a window unit. The window units are not big enough. Like, it doesn't work. There's no windows in here that are big enough. We started with a $7,500 quote and ended up with $3,000 total spent, total win. And it's a perfect solution for heating, cooling, small spaces. Again, retrofitting, separate units, rentals. I mean, we're about to do our whole house. If our big main heat pump system breaks, we're going to do the whole house. Because also, I don't like heating and cooling spaces that aren't even being used. Because we have a bigger house, but like we're not in every room all day. But yeah, if you wanted to see the apartment and how it came together from beginning of what it was like, demolition, rebuild, finishing, furnishing, and then renting it out, I will link it there. You'll see the video linked at the bottom. But yeah, if you could subscribe or like, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to build my channel. So please feel free to like this video, subscribe. If you have a friend or family member that you think would find value, please share it. If you know anyone that is trying to solve their heating and cooling needs and considering a Mr. Cool, I am not getting paid by them. I just wanted to let you know that I had a good experience. And this is a really nice hack and it's a good solution. And I wanted to share it with the world.